am Deborah Simpier. I am the CEO of Althea. We are a platform and tools for community networks. And I'm also the what we call a network operator for our network here in my town of Clatskanie, Oregon. And a network operator's function is just to be the manager and support and kind of curate and manage networks. And in this case, this particular network is organized as a legal cooperative. So these people who subscribe to our internet service provider are all members, all voting members here. And kind of the neat thing that Althea enables us to do is actually use private property to locate vertical assets and to build networks in a kind of an agile and dynamic way, as we'll see in this video, instead of just using large vertical assets. So this video is part of the Mesh It Up series and focuses on different kinds of network topology in Althea networks. And what I'd like to show with you here is the different ways that we can look at interconnecting wireless backhauls. So for context, a backhaul is a wholesale fiber connection. You can see here along here, this yellow is a major highway that kind of runs through the wooded area here. And this is actually, there's quite a few fiber providers that provide wholesale access along here. But most of the rest of this area is, not served by anything except for like an Althea network, or there is a little bit of fiber kind of built out here in these back hills here. So what we've done is we located a what we call a gateway, which is just the kind of head end or the fiber demarcation point here in the marshland area or the Woodson area, and then one in the center of town in Clatskanie. And then through a kind of redundant relay system, we have set up interconnection so that everyone that's either connected along this kind of relay path or along this relay path, if one of these links were to be disconnected or there's some trouble, they would all fail back. The entire network actually fails back over to the other fiber provider. And this is really important and actually kind of a salient point right now, because, for example, one of the other major carriers in this area, CenturyLink, has been down now for over, I think, 5 days because of issues with their fiber lines. So fiber cuts do happen, and we have two different fiber providers providing these links here, so it makes for a much more resilient network. So let's kind of get into what we're looking at here and kind of just the topology of the area anyway. You can see that this area is very heavily wooded, has lots of trees. Let's see, we can even come down here and take a look with the street view and give you kind of an idea about what Clatskanie looks like in terms of obstacles and so forth. As you can see, this is the Pacific Northwest. We have lots of large trees. We have stands of these. We grow cottonwoods here for paper products. And you have a lot of these kind of large hilled areas as well. And so there are no wireless out there that goes through mountains. So what's really exciting about what Althea lets you do is that we can locate it kind of like across private property and then go around the hills and back through corners where with a traditional fixed wireless system, you would sort of be limited to whatever you could see from that particular hillside. And if you can kind of envision, if you had, let's say, one relay here, you could get all of this, one large traditional type of legacy tower. You could maybe get these customers here, but not necessarily these customers over here. So that's what's really exciting. And as an aside, that was kind of one of the really exciting things that we were able to do is actually, through this relay system here, provide access to all of these kind of customers along in this little spit area. And that link was created from the gateway to this major relay here, from the major relay to another relay here, that relay all the way out here to the waterfront, and then from the waterfront over to these sections of houses, which was not possible, and these folks had only satellite internet prior to our solution. So what this link looks like here, and just for folks' privacy, we've given just sort of general locations. These aren't specific locations for these relay points. But right up here on top of this hillside, we have, what we call like a super hub, right? So this sees not kind of only out into this area and down over here, but also allows a lot of the folks on this adjacent hillside to have connectivity. And I think they probably have about 7 or actually probably closer to 10 connected clients. And the great thing about Althea is that this is just a household, a farm here on top of the hill, and they kind of came together and helped build out some of that, the mast, and came with the excavator and helped us sort of build out that relay point there. But then they also earn credit off their bill for being literally part of the infrastructure of the network, which is pretty exciting. I think they pretty much close to nothing for their internet a month, and they may actually be positive by a few dollars. So then from there we have a prism station that's facing out into this part of town. That's a ubiquity access point, and then out over here we have a point-to-point across this, and let's see here if we can see how long this is. This is about 5 miles link down over to where we essentially have someone's home here who is connected back to here. Now the key here is that this home also in this area also has, and like I said again, these are generalized areas, so they have one connecting CPE antenna, and then they have an outgoing antenna to this other relay, who also has 2 connecting antennas as well. So this other relay down by the water also serves some of these people here. As you can see, they're sort of locked by these main, large stands of cottonwoods, which these trees can be anywhere from 25 to 100 feet tall. These are blocking trees. And then from this relay to another relay here, and then finally back across the highway. This area, this kind of this affectionately considered to be called the marshland area, right? It's a low-lying area, and the fiber only had run out on the other side of the street because of some railroad tracks. So this is another kind of point of flexibility. We were able to kind of make this hop across the highway, really just kind of in this little narrow window of trees, and then provide connectivity to this entire area. And from, these kind of interconnected relays, this is back to where we also have another fiber here. So if one of the, like, for example, if this link got severed between us and the gateway, or the gateway lost, fiber connectivity along here, then this entire network, all of the people connected to the relays here would fail back, all of everyone connected to her here at this top relay here would then fail back to this other wholesale point. Let's see if we can't kind of take a look at what those tall kind of trees look like, give you an idea of what we're up against here. Clatskanie is a beautiful place to live. It doesn't really give you a sense of how tall these trees are, but these are trees that are farmed for paper products. And then you can kind of get a sense of what, you can see there's that railroad tracks, and that's why the the point of no fiber past that, so only fiber was laid along this side of the highway here. Kind of get the challenges, and then as you kind of looking back over this way as well, you would see up over here, you can't obviously see it, but up way over here about 5 miles away is where that other kind of super hub is going to be back into town. And this also kind of gives you an idea of the kind of lay of the land here. You see these kind of tall hills and so forth. So I think that is it. Thanks so much, folks. Bye-bye.